Woo-sa. Good morning. It is day number 17, November the 1st, 2018. We'll start with giving thanks. I'm thankful for my family. And I know I talk about that all the time, but in particular, we're going to talk about Big Sexy, my little brother, who, his nickname is the Big Sexy, and he's big and he's sexy. And he's awesome. And I was actually in the delivery room when he was born, filling in for my dad. So happy birthday to you, bro. Song of the day is Ocean Avenue by Yellowcard, because I love that song. And every time I hear about it, I think about you. So quickly, because I know my videos have been too long lately, is that I want to get back to my I ams. I was talking to somebody yesterday and they asked me if I knew who Joel Osteen was. I'm like, yeah, I know who he is. I feel like I kind of know him. Anyway, my I ams, here's some of the ones that I've written in the last few days. Brave. Remember when we talked about that? And Brave was the song of the day. I wish I knew how many of you actually listened to that song, and better yet, how many of you watched the video, because the video is fabulous. There's a black dude that dances, and it reminds me of me. Like, if you're just because you're chubby doesn't mean you can't have swag. If you're chubby and you don't have chubby kid swag, shame on you, because you've got some awesome in there. Just let it out. You got to be fun, or at least I'm fun, right? Yesterday was a fun day. Dressed up like a chicken everywhere I went. People are like, oh my gosh, what are you? And I resisted the urge to tell people like I'm a big yellow cock. It's just funny. But you know, it was fun, and it brought a lot of people a lot of joy. I could just see people looking at me like, is that dude really dressed up like a chicken? They're like, yes, I'm dressed up like a chicken. Because guess what? The first thing that happened, the first person to see me that could speak to me was my little guy, Jack. And he looked at me and went, chicken. I mean, how's that not make you happy? And my daughter, just from ear to ear, I think about all the years that I've dressed up for Halloween, and my kids have just reacted so positively like that. I'm going to keep, I might just keep dressing after they're gone, because I had a whole lot of fun answering the front door dressed like a chicken. So anyway, I'm fun. I'm powerful. I'm much more powerful than I know. And I realize that as I'm going through this process, I'm picking up momentum and steam, and I'm letting my inner lion out. So, and the other thing I wrote this morning, I'm listening, right? I had a phone call, I think I shared with you guys 2 days ago, by somebody, followed up by same person called me yesterday, and I listened to what he had to say. So what I want to talk about today, as far as discipline goes, is that I feel like I've turned the corner where discipline, when I say that word, I've said it so many times and I think about it that I've taken the negative, like I own that word now. That's going to be one of my words. You'll hear that out of my mouth all the time. It'll be a daily reminder, maybe an hourly reminder of, you want to win, you got to be disciplined. If you want to be a leader, you got to be disciplined. If you want to accomplish anything, you got to be disciplined, and it starts with loving yourself. If you don't love yourself enough to be disciplined, then you're just talking. So I've made friends with discipline. Discipline is going to be an everyday friend of mine. Not, some negative friends, like, I don't know, like eating bad food or drinking too much, drinking alcohol or whatever, right? They can be your friends. They just can't be your everyday friend, or at least not mine. So anyway, I intend to make, as I learn to be disciplined on a daily basis, and that I can count on myself. And I know, I just look over at my desk. My desk is cleaner. I feel better. My energy is up. I wake up every morning excited. And it's the discipline of step number one is to turn myself into a thankful person. Be thankful for all of the great things that I have in my life, instead of the things that I think I want and didn't get. And I'm going to give you an example, and then we're going to close. So yesterday, out of the blue, I get a phone call, and I look down, and it's a prospect who has literally never called me before, and for the last 3 weeks has been hiding from me, right? Which is very typical in, big ticket selling, right? all this activity, and then they just disappear, and then they come back with bad news. So I knew what was on the other side of that phone, right? So I answer the phone. They're like, hey, you got a minute? And in the moment, I'm thinking, how rude are you, right? That you just pick up the phone and call me and expect me to dance and answer the phone, like whatever, right? So I do, and they go on and on. We love you, blah, 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 blah. But we gave the business to somebody else. Now, a previous version of this dude would have gotten sideways for a couple of days, and I would have picked up the phone and called everybody, because the reasons they gave me for why we didn't win had nothing to do with me or my job, right? It had to do with things that are outside of my control. But that's it. They're outside of my control. My job is to do my job. I can only control what I can control. And so literally I sent out a couple emails and let people know, like, that one's dead. Here's the reasons they gave me. And then I just have to wash my hands and move on, right? And I was actually very productive for like another couple hours after that. And in the moment, I'm like, this is what this feels like, right? This is what it feels like to, no matter what comes at me, I'm now prepared. I say, okay, move on. And so, look, I know that this won't be the end of it, right? That there's going to be a time when, some bad news or something uncomfortable comes my way, and it's going to be harder than it was yesterday to move past that, but I feel like I'm on my way. So with that, we'll close. I appreciate everybody watching. By the way, we're up like 35%, is that right? In 28 days in subscribers on here. Wow. I mean, it's just crazy. So, and we've only been doing this for 17 days, right? So, all right, with that, we're done for the day. Have a great day. Love yourself. Don't stop dreaming. Hands up. Peace out. We're better together. Love you guys. See you tomorrow morning. Bye.